Good morning. Text us. Text JJR, whatever you want to say, to the number 96893. Or call us at 877-937-1047. Listen to this. Remember I told you my son Kemp lost his wallet?
Yeah.
Remember I told you we were waiting like a long time to see if anyone charged on it and before my wife canceled anything? So we waited a long time, but he never found it. So my wife decided to cancel everything. And I guess some credit cards are like connected to other credit cards, right? So I don't know. She canceled everything. Like, let's say I'm going to say 5 days ago, she canceled everything. Jake, my son, lives in Tucson, goes to the University of Arizona. He was going to come home over the weekend, and I said, "Well, come home." And he goes, I can't get gas." What do you mean you can't get gas? Because my credit card doesn't work. What do you mean your credit card doesn't work? He goes, "Mom canceled it." And I said, "That's weird." So I asked Blake. She goes, "Oh, his credit card is connected to our credit card, or because of the Kemp thing, I canceled Kemp's credit card." I'm like, "Oh, so you finally canceled all the Kemp stuff?" She goes, "Canceled everything." And got new stuff for Kemp. So, all of a sudden, charges start getting charged on Kemp's credit card that we canceled.
Really?
Yeah, right? How do you figure that out? Well, guess what happened? She canceled her credit card. She canceled all her credit cards, not Kemp's.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. And now whoever took it is actually
Having a
using
field
it?
day.
Oh, no.
Field day with Kemp's credit cards. But she canceled Jake's credit card. She canceled my credit card. She canceled her credit card.
So you guys are frozen.
Yeah.
The thief free
The thief is having a field day.
Shop it away.
She called Kemp. She's like,
gosh.
"Did you buy $141 worth of alcohol at Safeway?" And Kemp's like, "No." "Did you buy $46 worth of something at CVS?" He's like, "No." Hilarious.
But now that they're using it, doesn't that make it easier for them to catch them?
I don't know if but the bank said that we're not going to get charged for it. She she
Well, that's
figured,
good.
She made all those calls, was on the phone forever, but I just thought it was so funny how she canceled all her stuff, all my stuff. I mean, there is a difference, I think, between Blake Van Ness and Kemp Van Ness, but maybe not. Maybe she was distracted.
I like how Jake doesn't have a solution either. Can't get gas. I guess I'll just stay here.
There you go.
That is your son right there. That is 100% your kid.
I know. I don't think he wanted to come home anyway.
I don't have any money. I'll just stay here.
And then, so you guess a couple other updates. So, have I talked about my hip hurting on the air?
A little bit.
Have I? So, okay. Grant says I have. So, my hip started hurting about 3 weeks ago, and I didn't know why. And then my doctor finally said that she thought it was my L2 or my spine because it's connected to your hip. The nerve is connected to your hip. So I got an MRI Friday night. Friday night, by the way.
That bad.
7 o'clock at night, I got an MRI. It's not wild. Place was open till 10.
What a crazy Friday night you had.
I know. We ended up getting sushi. It was what a great date night. So I got the results back, and it turns out I have a bone spur.
How do you get a bone spur?
Here's what the doctor said: wear and tear. I'm like, but I don't do anything. I'm in the middle of watching season 5. I sit on the couch.
Could it be from when we ran in the parking lot?
No, it was already hurting before that.
He was already injured.
It was hurting before that.
Because, you have hurt yourself doing physical things before.
I know.
Like when we played softball and you ripped your oblique or whatever.
That's right. So I got a bone spur, and I'm supposed to get, so immediately it was like, I have to get this PRP in my back and all this stuff. And I'm like looking into it. And I don't know who to go to. By the way, if you're a PRP person, hit me up, PRP.
I'm surprised you don't have somebody who can meet you in the parking lot for
I'm
PRP.
looking for that right now. I'll do PRP in that.
A bone spur in your hip. Is that why you haven't been walking on the treadmill in here in the morning?
Yeah, because it hurts when I walk on that treadmill. So then it's like yesterday, my wife's like, our handyman's got his truck in our driveway, and there's nowhere to park. And so Blake comes home from this dinner last night, and she's like, "Can you move Dutch's car?" I'm like, "I got a bone spur."
That's your excuse for everything now. Just wait. We have a meeting. He's not going.
I'm like, I hear Dutch in the other room playing video games. Get him to move his car. It's his car. I got a bone spur.
You're like, I must heal, Blake. You're going to interrupt my healing process.
And then she comes to bed with me. We're laying in bed. You know how when you're in bed with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, whatever, your wife, you're like, face-to-face kind of pillow talk. Mm-hmm. So she's getting ready to read. I'm getting ready to go to sleep. And I'm like, looking at pillow talk. I'm like, I got a bone spur. Didn't work.
Yeah,
I thought maybe it'd go the other way around.
Not a huge
Bone spur. I got a bone spur.
Not a huge turn on.
Now, also, I do have another thing this morning, you guys. I brought the liquid panty dropper that.
The cologne, the hot cologne.
This is the cologne that Dutch, my 18-year-old son, and Gavin, his 18-year-old friend, bought from a guy at Chipotle.
I mean, the bottle's
that
nice.
says it works. And we talked about it yesterday, and you guys told me to bring it in.
Yep.
You know what I thought would be funny?
Could you spray a little on my wrist? I'd like to smell it.
You want to smell it? I think it smells pretty good.
Okay.
Watch. Okay.
Oh, it's actually really nice.
That's what I was saying. You know what I thought would be funny?
No,
Right?
hey,
Before you do that, this is what I thought would be funny. So if you ask Kyle and Peyton to smell it, then you have that Willy Wonka whistle as if their pants dropped.
What?
Like what? Like, okay, you have it up there? Here's what I thought would be funny. Let's see, because it's called liquid panty dropper. Liquid panty remover. So you go, oh, okay, smell it. What do you think? Whoa! It works! The magic of radio.
It's strong. I feel like I can smell it from here.
I can smell it too.
It does smell good.
It does smell good, right?
It's fresh.
It kinda gives me
it smells
goosebumps.
a lot more clean than I thought it would.
I know, you thinking to buy from a guy at Chipotle.
Yeah, it just sounds like a very I don't have a word for what that title reminds me of, but I just don't feel like it would smell as fresh.
Yeah, it actually smells like really clean. I wouldn't say it's citrusy or anything, but it's got a very clean smell to it.
Yeah, see, so next time someone approaches you in a parking lot, wants to sell you something, hey, it's called liquid panty remover. How's it smell? Oh my God, sir, put your pants on. It works. No, really, Rich, put your pants on. Anyway, so I don't know how you could buy it, but somebody
Just gotta hang out at Chipotle in Midtown.
Somebody sent me a Reddit thread about this stuff. Like, it's got a huge following.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
So does anyone explain why you have to keep it in the refrigerator? Anyone explain why they're selling it on the side of the road?
I glanced at something. I didn't totally read the whole article about why you keep it in the fridge. And I think because it's bootleg, and if it's not in the fridge, it'll turn into water or vinegar.
Okay.
So I'll keep it here in our little fridge here. If anyone ever needs a spritz.
So there's not real science behind the putting together. I bet you every bottle smells a little different then. Probably not consistent.
One like gasoline.
Yeah.
Don't
One
you
like
think Dutch's friend wants it? Like,
can't keep it
I
in
thought
his
Dutch
house.
was just holding it for him.
He was, but his
He's going to
parents.
come by and look for a spritz, and it's not going to be there.
I'll take it home today. I hope they don't need it right now. But anyway.
That's kind of a thing with the high school kids. Like my son Christopher's way into shopping for fragrances. Now they all want to smell good.
Oh, God.
Like they all got their, the crease protectors in their shoes, and they all want to smell good. They're all putting it together
I
as
like
those high
that.
school
That's
boys.
good because
Yeah.
when I was in high school, all the boys were ripe. They were stinky.
Yeah.
And the hallway smelled like Axe.
They needed a little LPR. LPR. Kyle, what's coming up with 3 things you need to know?
So the Vatican announced that the conclave to elect a new pope begins May 7th. That's where they find the successor to Pope Francis. Over 100 cardinals will be a part of the election process. And then I think when you see the smoke, they've got a new pope.
The white smoke.
Will
Yeah.
Kyler Murray be there?
You know what? I don't think so.
Wouldn't it be funny
Kyler
he
Murray's
shows up?
skipping that one.
So,
You said Cardinals vote.
The Kentucky Derby is this Saturday. If you've had your heart set on going to Churchill's Downs in Louisville to enjoy the 155th Derby, you are in luck. Last minute tickets are available. They'll set you back $400. If you want to watch from the field, though, those tickets are only $140. This year's favorite for the race is a horse named Journalism. That Journalism just won the Santa Anita race. And if you watch the Netflix show, Race for the Crown, you know that's a pretty important race. So Journalism will start from post 8. Other horses that they say have really great odds are Sovereignty and Sandman.
what
you're
color
betting people.
is journalism? Is it yellow? Yellow journalism.
I don't think so. This is pretty crazy. They actually found people trust legal advice generated by ChatGPT more than legal advice from an actual lawyer. AI tends to sound more complex and confident, while real lawyers use simpler language. So that is some mental game that we play with ourselves, like, oh, it sounds more official coming from ChatGPT. The catch is AI and ChatGPT can hallucinate, meaning it can spit out wrong or even dangerous information, and most people aren't really great at spotting the difference. So they said this is just a big reminder that we need strong rules of what they call AI literacy, because trusting the wrong advice could have some really serious consequences, especially when you're dealing in areas like law, or a lot of people look to ChatGPT for healthcare or medical advice. Those, if you get it wrong, can have pretty deep consequences. So just be careful with that stuff. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Good morning, Lily.
Yes.
Hey, we got a text from Lily's husband, you guys. Are you awake, Lily?
I am. I'm working at the moment.
Oh, your husband says, John, Jane, Rich, good morning, everyone. My wife loves you guys and listens to you every day. I was hoping if you guys had a chance today, you could give her a birthday shout out on the radio or even call her. That would make her day. Her name is Lily. Thank you guys for everything you do. That's from your husband.
Oh, how sweet. And yes, I listen to you guys every morning.
Well,
Happy
happy
birthday.
Thank you, guys.
And you tell your husband this doesn't count as a present. I mean, he's still got to go out there and work for your birthday.
I mean, I completely agree.
So that makes your sign what if you're today?
A Taurus.
A Taurus?
Yep.
And so like what's give us let's do Taurus real quick for horoscopes. What is the vibe?
So the vibe for horoscopes today is what you would do if you were filthy rich for 24 hours. So I feel like today on your birthday, Lily, you should definitely go and do this. Taurus, you're booking a 5-star spa, hiring a private chef, and importing like fancy sheets just to nap better, and your vibe is rich, rested, and unreachable.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a good one.
That's
I love
a
that.
good way to spend your birthday, Lily.
Lily is my sister's birthday twin. My sister Erica's birthday
Oh,
is today,
she
too.
needs-
So you guys could go shopping together.
Get some imported sheep.
Silky
Well, happy
sheets.
birthday, Lily. Thank you for listening.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye-bye. All right, so what is the vibe, Peyton?
The vibe is what you would do if you were filthy rich for 24 hours based on your zodiac sign.
Call us right now. Anyway,
Yeah, but it's all my
we
fault.
need is Shanae.
That's all right, boo. I got this. I'm all we need. Let's go.
That's right.
You're right.
Yeah, Shanae's our Gemini. So Gemini, you just bought a podcast studio, a 10 burner phones, and a ticket to every city that your ex has ever lived in, because you're not out here sending money or spending money. You're out here living out a complete storyline for you when you're filthy
That's
rich.
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
New
That's
city, new
right. Let's
location.
go. That's right. Like they say, hoes in the toes. Hey, it ain't my fault. I didn't make it up.
I love Janae.
I love it. You're so funny.
All right, Shanae, have a great day.
Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.
How about Pisces?
Pisces, rich. Pisces, you bought a castle in Scotland, adopted 11 pets, and hired a harp player to follow you around. You're romantic, delusional, and now somehow you broke and barefoot on a yacht. Iconic behavior for you, Pisces.
Love it. Of course, yeah. Of course, you got to hire a band, an
Yeah.
iconic band with
Yeah.
a harp player.
On a
He's
yacht.
the way to go.
Exactly. If you're
Yeah.
filthy rich for
I mean,
24
if
hours,
you need to do it.
come on.
How about Libras?
Libra, Kyle, you're throwing the chicest rooftop dinner party, and all of your exes can finally get some closure. You bought every luxury perfume Sephora sells and tipped every barista $1,000. It is giving elevated chaos.
That does sound fun.
Yeah.
How about Virgos?
Virgo, John Jay. This isn't for you, but I feel like this is for our Virgos that are very detail oriented. Virgos, you just hired a full team of assistants. You bought a label maker out of gold. You launched a startup with a 43-tab business plan, and you said this is an investment, but you're also low-key doing everyone's taxes for fun. Exactly. That's why I said I don't think it's you, but I think our type A Virgos, spot on.
What's up, Hudson?
Hi, I'm a Leo.
Just like me. Okay, so for Leos, this is what we would do if we were filthy rich for 24 hours. We have rented out an entire amusement park and we rebranded it with our name. We are also shooting a music video, even though we don't sing.
Thinking exactly. I go with
Yeah. I'm buying
Thank
out
you so
all the
much.
Dave
Have
and
a great day.
Buster's. Bye, Hudson. That's what I'm doing with my money.
Dara.
Hello.
Hi, what's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Okay, Aquarius, if you were filthy rich for 24 hours, you would fund a think tank, you bought a telescope, and you donated $3 million to a conspiracy podcast. You're rich for one day, and you immediately turned into this weird billionaire who talks about all of these things, and you don't know how to explain them.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, it's a fun one. I mean, you're the only one that would turn into a billionaire if you were rich for a day, so that's a
I
win.
love that.
All right, thanks for calling in.
Thanks, everyone.
If we didn't get to your sign there, I'll post it on our website. You know, you can always text us. You text JJR and whatever you want to say to the number 96893. This is a text that we got last night from a 480 number. It says, John, Jane, Rich, we need more Addie on the show. I love when she's out of school and in the studio.
Aw, I'll have to tell her that. She'll be very pleased.
She go quit school and come hang out.
She already says this is what she wants to do when she grows up.
Oh, that's
awesome.
great.
so cute.
That's awesome.
Because you guys make it so welcoming when she comes in here. So that's
she's
okay.
awesome.
Thanks, guys.
It's time for Stacks and Acts. I have Stacks information, and Rich has life hacks. By the way, a text we just got. Do you remember I don't know, was it 30 minutes ago or so? We were talking to Lily for her birthday because her husband texted.
Yeah.
She goes, oh my God, I was so shocked when you called Nick. I was lost for words. Thank everyone so much for calling me this morning to wish me a happy birthday. I wish I could do a do-over. I love you guys. You make my mornings. Okay, Lily, do-over. You're on the air.
Oh my God, guys, I didn't think you'd actually call me back.
You said call me back.
I just love you guys. My husband, though, is like, why do you talk about these people every day?
These people.
These people, we're your friends.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, Lily, we're tight, we're cool, we're friends.
Everything I say, he's like, really? Again? Like, I'm sorry, they're my morning.
Well, thank you, Lily. Thank you so much for listening. What city are you in?
I live in Queen Creek. I'm
Queen
by
Creek.
Rich.
Hey. Have we seen each other out and about?
Yes, you took a picture with me at Safeway one day.
You took a picture of her at Safeway.
Yeah, I apologize.
She was holding the zucchini.
Together.
That's my Safeway. That's the Safeway in Queen Creek. That's the one I go to.
I mean, I'm there like 5 times a week, and I've only seen you once.
I'll try to up my presence there. I'm so sorry, Lily.
All right, Lily.
I mean, I hope so. And then, John Jay, I tell my husband the shows you watch, and so far, he's liked every single one of them, so
Oh, yeah?
he's something from the show.
Get him to watch Mobland. I was just telling Rich and Grant about Mobland. It's so good. It's one of my favorite shows right now.
Oh, definitely. I did tell him, so he has to start watching that. And
Yeah.
Peyton and Kyle, you two are the best. I love you guys.
That's sweet. Thank you. I hope you have a happy
All of
birthday
you.
today.
I gotta say, your do-over's pretty strong. I think you did a good job.
Saying nice things to us.
I was shocked. So thank you for my do-over. I love it.
You're welcome, and thanks for listening.
All right, guys. You have a good day.
You too. Well, now I don't have time for snacks. We just have time for hacks. Can you give us a life hack, Rich?
Yeah, have you guys heard about the Pomodoro effect? It's not about spaghetti. That's how I know
I thought
Pomodoro.
isn't that a hat?
I thought maybe it is a hat, but it's a work technique. So especially if you're like everybody in this room that looks at a computer or their phone. So they say that if you look at it for too long, then you kind of get stalled in your work day and you just freeze. So here is what they call the Pomodoro technique. So 25 minutes you can stare at your screen, then 5-minute breaks from your screen. That doesn't mean go from your laptop to your phone. That means walk away, take a walk around the building. And they say every 25 minutes you should do that. But after the 4th time, you need a 30-minute break. Have a snack, go talk to people, you know.
A 30-minute break?
30-minute break from your screen. Otherwise, you get stuck and it's really bad for your eyes. And they say more people are having macular degeneration from screen time more than ever right now. So you just can't do it during the show.
I was going to say, like, how are we supposed to work and get our stuff done?
Right.
I don't know how you're going to do that.
A lot of breaks.
I mean, it won't have to do it till, like later in the show. So I guess we're okay with that.
We started this a long time ago. Every once in a while, Kyle says something. When you slow it down, it sounds like she's totally wasted. But she doesn't drink. And she doesn't partake in other activities that Grant and Peyton do. She's clean. But we slow it down, and it's absolutely hilarious. And Noah just called me, and he goes, "You got to listen to this." And I think I LOL'd out loud listening to Drunk Kyle. It was during Nope. What was the thing I said? Normal or Nope? And the part where I'm talking about, is it normal to when you plane lands, if you should clap?
Oh yeah,
right. And Kyle goes, "It's not normal." You go, "But you should. You should." You should. Like you said, like
We should.
I know, but when it's slowed down, you literally sound like you're hammered. Listen to this is how it sounds. Slow down. I always smell a book before I read from it.
Oh yeah,
Books
normal.
do smell
Normal.
good, but
Nope, don't read.
I always applaud when my plane lands safely.
Nope.
Nope.
We
That's
should.
part of the job of the
We
plane.
should,
We should.
though.
But they should. I mean, you
We
don't applaud when you pull in
should.
the garage. That's what you're supposed to do. Land the plane normal.
We should celebrate those things.
I think that's so funny.
This is why I never really needed to drink.
Thank you. We should.
Yeah.
No,
I've
you
got
should.
the same thoughts and feelings as drunk me.
We should. We should. I just got a text from my wife, and I want to give you a little backstory. So you know how Kyle and her husband call each other Wham and Ham, right? And my wife and I have nicknames for each other. Where we've been doing it for years, and we don't really know why, but she calls me Chuck, or I call her Chuck, and I think it has something to do with Charlie Brown. I think it's Peppermint Patty calls
Yeah.
Charlie Brown Chuck. And I think we started doing that, right? So we call each other Chuck all the time. And my wife texts me. Normally she texts me every morning and she'll see like, hey, good morning, Chuck. Here's what's going on or whatever, right? And she said, morning, Chuck, going to meditate, love you. But she sent it to her friend Shelly.
Oh, and Shelly is not aware of your nickname?
No. So she goes, oh my God, I sent this to Shelly just before meditation. This could be read in so many ways. Like now she has to text Shelly back, oh my God,
Hey, wait a minute.
that's the nickname that we call each other.
And she's
or
like,
what if
right.
Shelly's like, right on, tell me about this Chuck guy. Like, is he
Your
taking care
secret
of
save
you?
with me.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Right. Nicknames. Sure. Okay. And then Shelly's going to the friend group. You guys, guess what? Blake has someone else in her life. This Chuck character. We've got to get to the bottom of him.
I hope Chuck takes care of her. Anyway, so Rich, you
Yeah.
or your wife is mad at you.
Yeah, she's not happy. Because, so we have this thing where Stacy kind of leaves stuff out that she means to throw away. Like sometimes she'll just stick it on the counter, and it can be food, it can be everything. But at some point, she doesn't really throw it away, so I go and clean things up. And she does this other thing. Well, she'll get on a food, like she'll be on like yogurt or something, or some type of food that she'll buy many copies of it, leave it in the fridge, and it's spoiled. She never throws anything away. So I throw things away all the time. My stuff, old things, I'm going through the cabinets. So I see this this shredded chicken that looks like it's now starting to turn colors. So I toss it in the trash. And Stacy comes home from work, and she's so mad at me for throwing away this chicken. I said, it expired. And she's like, well, no, it didn't. It was supposed to expire today, and I was going to make a delicious casserole for my son who's not eating enough, and I figured I'd make him a chicken casserole. Now you've just thrown it away, and you've ruined my opportunity to be a great mom. It's what you've done. I am trying to be a great mom, and you have tossed it out. So she's like, I'm going to buy more chicken. Do you think you could not throw it away for a day or so that I can be a hero mom? And I'm just staring. I'm like, do you realize that chicken was starting to turn colors? Like, that's no good. You can't feed your son that chicken. It's going to go bad.
You would not be hero mom if you got him sick.
Right. You're going to give him botulism. And if you're saying he needs to gain weight through carbs and noodles and chicken, this is not the way to do it. But she was really, truly mad. And then, so now she'll come in with a package of something and she'll say, I will unpack this. Can you not throw that away for a half a day? Just give me a chance. So I'm kind of at a loss here because I feel like spoiled food smells pretty bad. And we do have a glorious record of things going bad in the fridge and smelling terrible. And then I have to throw it away. And then you have to do the whole baking soda thing. So I'm kind of at a loss. I don't want to be yelled at. But
well, you should just stop doing what you usually do, and then she'll be like, oh my gosh, these things that Rich does is actually
But then-
so
I
helpful.
feel
But then
like
you
we're
get, like,
missing the
fruit
advice we
flies.
give to everyone on this show. Just communicate. Hey, Stacy, I'm thinking this chicken is bad. I'm thinking of throwing it out.
Yeah.
No, Richard, I'm using that for a casserole.
But if
And
she's not
then,
home,
problem solved.
it doesn't work for me
It's
because
called a text
Yeah,
message.
you're
If you
right.
can get a hold of
I
her,
throw the stuff
text her.
away.
just stop throwing it away.
Because most of the stuff I chuck, she doesn't even notice. Sorry, Chuck. Most of the stuff I throw away, I do when she's not there because she's going to defend it. And she's done it before. She's brought home like these little finger sandwiches from her lunch. And she's like, don't throw these away. I'm going to eat them. But she doesn't. And then they're there for 7 days. So if I toss it when she's not
So
there.
don't toss it. Leave it until she throws it away.
But
Leave
then
it.
we got fruit flies. Then we got
well,
stuff
she's
smelling
not
bad in the
live
fridge.
like that. I promise
don't-
you.
I can't do it. I can't do
will
it.
take 2 days of it getting messy in there for her to change how she wants to move.
No, I've seen it. I saw in her refrigerator. Before we got married, when I would go to her house, she would say, you can come in, but don't look in my refrigerator. Because she would wait till trash day to throw things out. Because she didn't want the trash to
I get
smell.
that.
But then the fridge smells.
I was talking to someone yesterday. I don't want to say who, but I was talking about the expiration dates on the items.
Yeah.
And I was telling how Kyle made that cottage cheese thing with the protein powder that was 5 years old. He goes,
Yeah.
protein powder after a long time can go bad. And I go, I think it was 5 years old. And he goes, but most of the expiration dates on food items are a little bit of a scam. They will go bad, but that doesn't mean they're going bad that day. It's to get you to buy more product.
Yeah.
Right? So it's
Yeah.
like...
Now you
if
sound just
get-
like Stacey,
If
my
you
wife.
get yogurt, like I have a lot... My wife, if there's an expiration date on it, she tries to throw it away. And I'm like,
I
no,
do.
I will eat it. Leave it. Leave it for a long time
It doesn't
until
like
it tastes
smell
bad.
and look
Right,
bad.
then
or
it's
like,
not bad.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, but the other day you threw away those blueberries.
Those were
I feel like
bad.
fruit
There
is
was
different.
They
mold all
look
over
like
them.
normal blueberries.
There was mold
not
all
mold.
over them.
There was
See? Now you guys are having the argument I have at my house. I'm like, once it gets
I
moldy,
was on the treadmill looking at blueberries, and I was like salivating for these blueberries. I go, Colin, these blueberries been here for a while. When are you going to eat them? And then she's like, oh, they've been here a long time. I think they're expired. And I was like, there's no mold. There's no mold. And I was, I was on the
mold.
treadmill, and she's going away. I'm like, no. But I couldn't get up the
They
treadmill.
were like little fuzzies
Oh, there were.
everywhere.
Well, I didn't
it's the
look
same thing
inside
with
them.
bananas. The bananas turn brown and there's little fruit
You could
fries.
save those, though, for banana bread.
That's what my wife says, but she's never made banana bread. So now
There's
we've got
a really funny meme
old bananas
that
in the
goes-
freezer.
There's a meme that goes, just a reminder, you're not making banana bread.
Yeah.
Go ahead and throw the bananas away.
I didn't even know she made casserole. It's not like that happens in our house. I'm like, how was I supposed to know? So I think I'm going to continue to get yelled at because I can't stop throwing stuff
I like
away.
that feeding your son chicken makes you a good mom. Here, throw the chicken in the cage. There, I'm a good mom.
Maybe it's his favorite casserole.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Friday, we had a big speed dating event in the studio. We had quite a few people, and then we had Brett. My friend Brett was the bachelor, 38 years old, single dad. He's an author, pretty successful dude. Works with athletes, pro athletes, CEOs, all kinds of stuff. Oh, trained The Rock, Demi Lovato. But he's also, that's the training like at the gym, but he also now is a success coach with like CEOs and everything. So we had a bunch of women in here, and they did the speed dating thing, and he picked one person. They picked each other, and they weren't able to come on yesterday because they were both so busy, but they went out last night. Good morning, Brett.
Good morning, man. Your dulcet tones, just ease me into the morning like nothing else.
Dulcet tones. Don't know what that means exactly. Dulcet? What is that? Anyone?
Rich? I feel like Rich would be the
I
only one.
think he means captivating.
Oh, okay. Well, so Brett, who'd you pick and how'd it go?
Yeah, so I picked Lindsay, and it went great. We went out on a date last night, and it all went really well. We hung out for about 2.5 hours.
Wait, hold on
3
a
hours.
second. Which one is Lindsay? What is her world like?
Oh, yeah, great. So Lindsay is a pharmaceutical sales rep, and she is from Mississippi originally and then moved to Illinois. She would have asked the first question. She was the one that, if you recall, the treadmill didn't work. She was able to
The brunette.
pivot. And, yeah, the brunette. Yeah, I'm just trying to be as... I don't know what you guys have already talked about. But, yeah,
Nothing.
we went out last night, went to the Whining Pig, had a few glasses of wine, talked about everything from travel, parenting, books, values, you name it. And so, yeah, do you want to guide the questions or you want a full overview and just for me to drone on?
I don't want you to drone on, but I want a recap of the day. Was there chemistry?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one thing that really stood out to me is just how intelligent she is, and that's kryptonite to me. I need a balance of brains, banter, and a little bit of bite, right? And so that was something that really stood out, and we have a second date planned, so I'm excited about it.
Excellent.
Because we're trying to get her on right now, but she can't go on for whatever reason, but she's listening.
What?
Yeah, I know. She
What?
can't. Nick, let's see, Nick, what did she say to you? How come she can't jump on with us right now? Whenever you get a chance.
Morning.
What?
Busy morning.
Busy morning?
That's what I was told.
That's it?
Busy morning. Jeez, Louise.
Well,
Wouldn't it have been better if I said, actually, she's right here? She lied to Nick and just wanted to come off like a lady.
I like that too.
Wow.
Is that a possibility?
No, I don't think that's not a problem.
Was there a kiss at the end of the night?
Listen, try a slow burn, want to respect boundaries, and she was really open about, a lot of stuff, past relationships, things like that. And I want to respect that. I'm a single parent. I have a business. She has to manage her kiddo. And so I get that. And I also understand that everybody moves along at their own pace. So
I like that.
Wasn't
Okay.
that, but there is a second date planned.
And when is the second date?
As soon as damn possible. I'm about to text her that right now.
Okay.
Oh, nice job.
Because we'd like to go on that date with you.
Yeah, we should totally go in like sunglasses and hoodies and just camp out in the back.
I'll wear my new Meta glasses and
Spy glasses.
watch you from the room.
Like,
You guys would appreciate. Oh, go ahead.
I thought there was a little bit of chemistry between you two when you were in here, but for all four girls, I mean, it takes a lot to put yourself out there and then do it on the radio as well. And all of them handled it so well. They were all so cool. So you almost couldn't have made a better choice. But I did sense a little bit of chemistry between you and your choice. So that is pretty cool that's working out okay.
For sure. And I mean, and it's early, and not like good company is always something to be grateful for.
Sure.
No matter where it leads. And so I think one thing that was really fun about the date, and I think you guys would appreciate this, is we started talking about, we're both huge hip hop fans. So we started talking about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. And I go, listen, this is what's got to happen. And our next date, we're deconstructing this, because she was like, I do think that they should have, there's so many other things in the world. Why were they arguing about this? And I'm like, no, it's really about that. And so what was funny is we talked deeply about different books and, like I said, parenting values, where we grew up, all the things, trying to get to know somebody, but then finding somebody whose eyes lit up, like she loves The Weeknd, she likes Kendrick Lamar, she likes old school hip hop. And those are things like you want to see excitement from different areas of people's life. Somebody that's not just passionate about one thing isn't defined by one thing. So whether it's silly to people listening or not, those things are fun. They allow the conversation to go a lot of different places. So we'll have a fun second date. I'll make sure of it.
That's awesome. Good. I'm real happy for it, because you know what's funny is after Friday, I got so many messages from women that wanted to meet you, and I was trying to filter them, and then I was going to send them to you, and then I thought, well, they could do the research and try to find them on their own. But I don't know if anyone ever reached out to you, but you stick with Lindsay for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not the type that, it was fun doing that experience, but there's dating is not something that I want to plan on making a hobby, right?
So do you just want to marry her then? Did you tell her that you love her?
Jesus, Jay. No.
Hey, can you turn
I don't
off?
want to make dating a hobby. Will you marry me?
Can you turn off your motivational coach when you're on a date, so you're not in show mode?
For
our
sure.
work mode.
Because I want to. Special interest story, right? I need somebody that is emotionally expressive, warm, loving, right? Like in my last relationship, I had to do a lot of the emotional heavy lifting. So I want to shut up and probe and respectfully and ask them questions, right? I don't want to be the focus of attention on the date. I'm looking for somebody because I'm always looking for those subtle signs, right? Can that person, no matter, we all have external responsibilities, but can you show up in this case like a woman and also nurture, love, be passionate, and those things? Because that's stuff I have to make space for, being a single dad or business owner too. No matter what, you have to shut that off and still make that other person feel like a priority. And so I try to ask a lot of thoughtful questions to kind of gauge if that's likely. Because if it's not, awesome, no worries. Everybody's got their boundaries. Everybody's got their kind of bandwidth limitations. But yeah, I can absolutely turn that stuff off. I like to enjoy the moment.
Did you tell her what a big fan of Joe Goldberg you are?
Huh? This is obviously an inside joke.
No, watching you. You just say, "I'd love," because when you're talking about books, I'd love to keep you in a plexiglass cage in my basement. You got to watch. It's a TV show called You, season 5. How have you not watched You?
I won't lie to you. I asked her what book she was reading right now, and I think she said she was reading a book named Dead Man's Isle. And so I would be completely lying if I said I didn't do a full internet search about everything about Dead Man's Isle. And I think there's killing. I think there's lust. I think there's crazy relationships. So, this is going to be an interesting roller coaster. I'm ready to go.
Good. Then go Google Joe Goldberg and then watch all his stuff. Read all his stuff.
And
he's a different sort of motivational speaker.
He's in a TV show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do it. When you said he was trapped in a cage, I didn't know what that.
No.
It doesn't go that route.
I wonder if she watches that. All right, Brett, thank you so much for jumping on there with us, dude. Thank you, man. Congratulations.
My pleasure. Take care, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
I think what you can say is we do a pretty good job setting up speed dates, right?
That's
a win for us.
I want to hear more.
We do that whole other thing, maybe like an event someday.
Oh, we have to.
Someday in September. Isn't that when your friend said she's coming back here?
Yep.
Maybe we could piggyback on her.
We just need to
My
find some
friend
good
Jenny.
dudes.
I think September 24th is the date that it's getting locked in, so that'll be exciting.
Yeah. By the way, we're going to get to some entertainment news. What's up, Nick?
Yeah, I was going to let all the single peeps know I have a call later this week about setting up a John Jane Rich speed dating event all together with a bunch of our sales team.
That's exciting.
Okay, I'm going to try something. Okay, I'm going to pitch a game to you guys real quick. I know we're going to get to entertainment news, but here's what I thought. I already tried this game with you guys before, and I kind of like it. But here's how I want to play it. I'm going to give you one round real quick, and then I'm going to throw the second round on the air, and we'll see if anybody gets it before we get to entertainment news. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fair.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
for example, I said, what do these 4 words have in common? Okay.
Okay.
Apple, maple, palm, and cedar.
Trees.
Types
They're
of
all
wood.
they're all types of trees, types of wood. I would accept that. Okay, that's how the game is played. Okay.
Okay.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw this out. Call us at 877-937-1047. And if you get it right, we'll set you up with the Tacos and Margs bar crawl thing. Okay? And then we'll get into entertainment news. So what do these 4 words have in common? Bow, bass, reed, and lead. 877-937-1047. What do these 4 words have in common? Bow, bass, reed, and lead. What do these 4 words have in common? And I said, bow, bass, reed, and lead. Now, Kyle guessed, but I don't want to say what your guess is yet. Real quick. Sierra, what do you think it is?
Like how you play an instrument, parts of instruments.
Nope. I'm so sorry. That's not it. Kyle, what do you think it is?
I said they all have to do with fishing.
That's pretty good, right? Think about it. I said bow, bass, reed, and lead. But no, that's not what I was
Why
talking
not?
about. Those are good.
Why?
Diana, what do you think it is?
I was going to say fishing, but I'm going to go with lake now.
Nope, that's not it. Heidi, what do you think it is?
Okay, so I thought it was music instruments.
Nope, that's not it. Nope,
Yeah.
nope. Ivy, what do you think it is? Ivy,
I thought it was all for instruments, too.
nope,
As did I.
no. They're all words with multiple pronunciations. Bow, bow, bass, bass, reed, red, lead, lead.
That's like impossible.
Hey, it's just a game. Settle up. Call 14, you get the tickets to Tacos and Marg. 877-937-1047.
You got Payson,
Caller 14, you get the tickets to Tacos and Margs. Okay, let's get to Travis Kelce. What happened?
So it seems as if the feud that was rumored to be happening is actually true between Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, because her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, has picked sides very clearly, unfollowed Ryan Reynolds on social media. That's when you know they had that conversation. Hey, if you're going to stay with me, you need to be fully on my side. We don't mess with them anymore.
And don't you think they know that that's going to get covered once he unfollows? They're smart enough over there.
Absolutely.
That's crazy, though, that somebody was sitting there watching Travis Kelce's following to recognize that. That just blows my mind.
Everybody's watching all kinds of stuff.
I know. It's
Yeah,
just like,
they know.
do something
They
else.
know it's going to cause.
So Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce's girlfriend, known for selling out arenas. Now, Beyonce launched her concert yesterday, too, and how's that going?
I think supposedly ticket sales aren't that great, but the videos that have already been shared online is like, it's a pretty great show. She has both her daughters featured in the show, which is so dang cute. Like, I mean, Blue Ivy's a pro at this point, and then little Rumi was just like having the time of her life on stage.
She could not contain her excitement.
So cute.
I am loving all the videos of all the angles. Like, they brought her out during Beyonce's song Protector, and she hugs her mom, and then she as she's leaving the stage, she's waving with the biggest smile on her face. I just love it because we haven't seen a lot of Rumi. But I did you guys see though that Beyonce had posted or shown her stage because it was getting leaked because drones were going over the SoFi Stadium to see her stage?
That ruins the show if they know what the stage looks
Well,
like.
the stage is
Oh
a
my
guitar,
God.
but I guess to Beyonce it meant a lot, so she got ahead of it. But
Yeah.
So they say tickets aren't going well, but here's the truth. They're second-party tickets. Like, these people go up and they buy hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tickets, and then they try to sell them for thousands of dollars. They don't sell. Like, there's, her concerts essentially are sold out, but now these other places are trying to sell the tickets, and now it's coming down to the wire. You could get tickets at Beyonce for $39 right now. That's crazy.
That's wild.
And it's because now they're like, oh my God, no one's buying these tickets. Now you're not buying the ticket. Get what I'm saying?
Right. The demand isn't as much there as they thought they were.
What about Rihanna?
Rihanna's so funny. So Glorilla did a shoot for Fenty Beauty, and they actually shared a FaceTime between them. And Rihanna wasn't able to be there, so she FaceTimed Glorilla on the set and just wanted to make sure everything was going all right.
You having fun?
Yes, I'm having a blast.
If not, DM me because I'm gonna fire all them hoes.
I love it.
She's the best.
No, this is so full circle when I saw Glorilla was doing a Fenty thing, because there was a video of Rihanna that went viral singing a Glorilla song called TGI Friday, and A$AP Rocky's in it, and it has 10 million likes, I think, on the video.
That's
So I
awesome.
was like, I love that they got together. We need a song from them.
That would be so good.
Is there a Diddy update?
Yeah, so Diddy's trial is starting to get underway. And when I say that, I mean, yesterday they started interviewing people to possibly be on the jury. So May 5th is the actual day that the trial will begin. He's under a lot of fire. He's got, racketeering, sex trafficking, all kinds of different federal charges, which is why it won't be televised because they're federal charges. And I'm like, oh, we're not going to be able to watch. I'm sure we'll see day-to-day updates of those who are actually in the courtroom. Meanwhile, Diddy's lawyers just submitted paperwork into the judge basically saying that Diddy couldn't have committed these crimes because he didn't have the mental capacity because of all the drugs and the alcohol at the party.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm like, I feel like they're pulling a
Now
trick right now.
they're barely reaching now.
Really reaching with these ones. Yeah, I'm like, that's what we've come to, huh? So
Or now it's going to be like, he couldn't have done it because we weren't sure what name he was using at the time.
That's insane. I don't know how
maybe Puffy did it, but Diddy's the one on trial.
That sounds like huge trouble.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I was trying this game with you guys, the 4 words that have in common, and you couldn't. It was a little too hard. Let me see if you can get this one. What do these 4 words have in common? Mars, Twix, Snickers, Milky Way.
Candies. Chocolate bars.
Chocolate bar brands. Very good. Is that easy for you guys now?
Much better.
We didn't complain about it before, did we?
I have a lot more. I might bring this back later.